My culture is the oldest on earth, but my life looks very different to my ancestors. In the history of today's multicultural Australia, there have been mistakes made and wrongs done to my people. The past has lasting impacts on the current generation that can't be overlooked. To recover from any hurt, physical or emotional, a process of healing is needed. In Australia, reconciliation describes how we can work together to heal and rehabilitate our relationships, systems and ingrained biases, so that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people can have the same opportunities as other Australians.
The CAHS Reconciliation Action Plan, or RAP, is our roadmap to reconciliation with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people. Our RAP is a statement about how our health service can influence positive change. It's not a process of blame or even deflecting responsibility to those in the past. It's about recognising the very real impact of the past on Aboriginal children and families today. There's so much we can do to reflect, change and grow, learning from the past to create a better future for all Australians.
I cannot think of anything more important for Australians than safe and equitable access to healthcare for our young people, children and families. Tragically, for our Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people, this is not always the case. Closing the gap and healing from the mistakes of the past requires clear action at all levels of society and across the health system. At CAHS, the Reconciliation Action Plan is both a destination and a journey. It outlines a pathway for meaningful, systemic and purposeful change.
I am so proud to sponsor the Plan for Reconciliation at CAHS. There is an amazing and passionate group of staff who have come together to form our RAP working group. But it is not a job for only a few. Reconciliation is not the responsibility of our Aboriginal colleagues or consumers to drive. That's why we call on everyone, whether Aboriginal or non-Aboriginal, to join us as we work together respectfully.
We can all learn from the past and come together in a respectful way in the present and work towards an equitable and better future for all Australians. I want genuine opportunities for reconciliation and clear plans to improve the health and well-being of Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people.
My commitment to reconciliation is to lead and guide the CAHS Executive and Board together on this journey. We will empower all CAHS staff and volunteers to make changes that are sustainable and meaningful.
At the heart of reconciliation is understanding and respect. My hope is that we identify and acknowledge the challenges of health equity in healthcare for Aboriginal people. And with that knowledge, we continue to improve our health service so it's more culturally safe and accessible for children, young people and families.
We, as the Child and Adolescent Health Service in Western Australia, have such an essential role to play. There is nothing more important than equity in health care. This should be the norm, not the exception. We can all extend ourselves and grow in our awareness and understanding of our First Nations people. Our connection with Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples will make a difference to their health outcomes. We can do this together.